And Mr. Day, you're recognized for 5 minutes. Thanks.
Thank you. Chairman Lauda, Ranking Member Schakowsky, and members of the Digital Commerce and Consumer Protection Subcommittee. Good morning. My name is Tim Day. I'm Senior Vice President of CTEC, the Chamber Technology Engagement Center. Thank you for the opportunity to provide the testimony this morning on self-driving vehicles. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce is the world's largest business federation, representing the interests of more than 3 million businesses of all sizes, sectors, and regions, as well as state and local chambers and industry associations. The Chamber established CTEC to advance technology's role in the U.S. economy. I am here to testify on a vital aspect of the business environment, preemption, and also to support the LEADER Act. The Chamber of Commerce has historically supported preemption for all modes of transportation, as transportation is key to the healthy interstate commerce and the growth of our economy. For example, according to the Department of Transportation, more than $1 out of every $10 produced in the U.S. GDP is related to transportation activity. As you can imagine, the United States is not the only country currently developing self-driving technology. In China, Baidu, one of the largest internet companies in the world, has already announced that it will introduce its fully autonomous cars on highways and open city roads by the year 2020. And Germany recently passed legislation to allow road test vehicles in which drivers will be allowed to take their hands off of the steering wheel. For the United States to continue to be globally competitive in the self-driving vehicle market, we must provide American innovators with a single set of standards as opposed to a patchwork of laws by individual states. Technology companies come in all sizes. Many of the current industry leaders once began with just an idea. The companies of tomorrow also will be started with ideas, and we must create a business-friendly environment to allow them to succeed and thrive. A recent Morning Consult survey just last week of over 2,000 registered voters found that 3 in 5 voters support the use of self-driving vehicles. It also found that voters overwhelmingly predict the positive impact of self-driving vehicles on the disabled and elderly citizens of this country, as well as the issues of drunk and distracted driving. And finally, voters strongly prefer federal standards when it comes to laws governing the use of self-driving vehicles. While further education of the American public is needed, this poll points to the fact that the public recognizes the potential benefits of this technology and the role of federal government. CTEC's Autonomous Vehicle Working Group has been convening stakeholders from both the commercial and passenger vehicle sectors to ensure that the regulatory environment will allow for the U.S. to capitalize on these societal and commercial prospects. From an economic perspective, a study by Intel completed this month shows that the economic opportunity from self-driving vehicles will grow from $800 billion to $7 trillion as self-driving vehicles become mainstream. The study also finds that by the year 2050, the passenger economy, which is the result of self-driving vehicles turning drivers into passengers, will be a $7 trillion global industry. Business use will generate $3 trillion as industries use self-driving vehicles to reshape their businesses and leverage new opportunities. All this to say, when we talk about self-driving vehicles, commercial or passenger, there's a lot at stake for the American people, our businesses, and our economy. To conclude, the Chamber supports the development of voluntary standards that do not constrain innovation. We advocate for technology-neutral policies that will allow new technology to develop and recommends against policies that are too specific. The Chamber also supports exemptions and recommends that regulatory agencies work closely with industry to craft these standards. On behalf of CTEC, thank you for the opportunity to testify this morning, and I look forward to your questions.